In 2001, a game was released called Instant Aquarium, which was created by a man called George Fan, who worked at a company called PopCap Games. And George Fan wanted to expand the idea of the tower defense genre even further, so he came up with the idea of Plants vs Zombies. However, he didn't want to use that name at first, so he came up with many other names. However, he couldn't use them for legal reasons, so he settled with Plants vs Zombies in the end. In 2009, the game is released, and yeah, it did pretty well. In 2010, a year later, it's ported to both the Xbox 360 and the PS3. The next year, 2011, the game's released on the DS, and for some reason, this version exists. But then comes the horrors. EA. Okay, right, do people seriously think that this point was really the turning point where everything really went downhill? Really? Really? Like, what was so bad? 2012, don't remember jack shit happening. In 2013, something actually happened. Plants vs Zombies Adventures released on fucking Facebook of all places. Then PvZ2 released. It's not that bad, guys. Sure, microtransactions exist, but you can still beat the entire game without spending a single fucking penny. So in E3 2013, Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare was released, and would be a third-person shooter instead of the usual tower defense games which we had before. So now it's 2014, and Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare is finally released, though only for Xbox One at first, and then it got to everything else later that year. So now it's 2015, and Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 is announced at E3 2015 with whatever the fuck this was. So in 2016, Garden Warfare 2 is now released, and yeah, it's a pretty good game. And it did what a good sequel should do, which is expand on the original without removing any elements of what made the original great. And not a surprise that a lot of people made content on this game. Yeah, by the way, PvZ Heroes released this year, but I don't know jack shit about this game, so I'm not really going to talk about it that much. In 2017 and 2018, Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 and Plants vs Zombies 2 and also Plants vs Zombies Heroes, I think, all kept getting updated. In 2019, Plants vs Zombies 3 exists, but we're not going to talk about that right now. However, this is also the year where Garden Warfare 2 stopped updating, and this was because of a new game. Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville. So Battle for Neighborville now exists, and yeah, I don't think this game was particularly well liked. This is probably due to things such as lack of variance, poor character balancing, and a general lack of updates. And it's now 2020 and Battle for Neighborville is officially discontinued. But honestly, I think this game's alright. And PvZ3 had another soft launch, by the way, and yeah, it's still shit. So it's now 2021. Battle for Neighborville is now on Switch. This is good though. This is because this version had no microtransactions and everything was easier to unlock. But yeah, PvZ3 released again this year, and it's, shit's different. So now it's 2022, and some YouTubers don't have high opinions of Plants vs Zombies 3. So now it's 2023. This franchise has definitely had its ups and downs, but overall, I don't think it was that bad. And there may have been some things which some people aren't particularly proud of, but overall, I definitely think this franchise had a good run.